this is a great segue. We had on our first two segments the director of the Massachusetts Small Business Administration, Bob Nelson, and I'm very pleased to have with us Elaine Vakalopoulos, who is the franchise consultant. And you're going to be part of something that's coming to the DCU Center in Worcester on March 3rd and 4th.
That's right.
And why don't you tell us about the event
Great.
And the title, which is a great title.
It is, the Great American Franchise Expo. And what makes this expo different from a lot of the other franchise shows that go on around the country, for starters, this is the first of 8 that we're doing around the country, so I'm very excited that this one's in Massachusetts, my home state. And the difference is that we're having a virtual reality platform. So in addition to being able to share information with the franchise companies that are going to be there and learn a little bit directly from a representative of what the business is like, via the virtual reality goggles, you'll now be able to take a virtual tour of a business as well.
Of an existing business.
Of the real live franchise. So you can see behind the scenes of a restaurant, maybe the kitchen area as well as the seating area, a blow-dry bar, what goes on in the front of the store and the back,
Right.
even a service-based business.
Right. And so, Elaine, just take a step back. We talked with Bob Nelson at the beginning. The United States Small Business Administration, there's a variety of ways that they help existing businesses.
Right.
They also play a role in helping the people who are contemplating starting a business. And many of the ways that people choose to start a business is through kind of being a franchisee.
Right.
And so this is an opportunity for someone who may be thinking about starting a business or diversifying kind of what they're doing, and they can meet with companies that sell franchises or have agreements.
So at the show, we have, at least as of this taping, we have 70 exhibitors signed up. That includes mostly franchises themselves and representatives of each company. There'll be franchise attorneys, there'll be SBA, we're going to have chambers of commerce, accountants, anyone who's interested in entrepreneurship, especially in this realm, can talk to and learn about to get all the information they need about that company and about the process. We'll also have seminars in breakout rooms that will also talk about financing, legal situations, the structures of
Right.
franchises and others.
Right, and as we talk about mentor and support, I mean, oftentimes if one of the things that's worth exploring in terms of somebody looking at becoming a franchisee is that there's a structure, there's guidance, there's support. Now you kind of share a little bit of the profits or you pay into it, but the idea is that somebody might be doing some advertising for you. There's a brand that people recognize.
And it may be an emerging brand that is not recognized yet, however, there's a roadmap.
Right.
And that's the difference. So where someone can come in without any experience with a restaurant or a blow-dry bar or a pizza, whatever it might be, the franchise company has already worked out the kinks. So as long as you come in with the right attitude and skills and, frankly, net worth and liquidity, because
Right.
each business has its own requirements, you just follow the map and you'll be fine.
Right, and as you mentioned, there are well-established brands that are out there, but there's also kind of emerging brands, and to be in on the ground floor is an opportunity for a prospective entrepreneur, business owner as well.
It is, and where we help is to ensure that the management team behind it is strong, because obviously, we know that a lot of businesses out there do fail for a lot of reasons, but one is that the individuals themselves don't really know what to expect or don't know what steps to take. And if you have a strong backer
Right.
who knows what to look for, whether it's where to place your real estate or where you need to advertise and what types of people you need to hire, you're halfway there.
Right, right. And this is a 2-day expo.
It is. It's Saturday and Sunday. It starts at 11 a.m. And on Saturday, we have special guests that will be launching the show. We have Mayor Joe Petty from Worcester, and he'll be cutting the ribbon and saying a few words. And he'll be followed by State Representative Tom Coulter, who's making the trek here from Plymouth, because he's a huge proponent of small business and entrepreneurship, so we're really excited.
He is. I had a chance to work with Tom when I was Lieutenant Governor, and he's somebody who I think brought a great perspective to the legislature, because he'd been a successful business owner in a few different businesses, and made sure that when decisions were being made, at least that viewpoint was heard. So we always welcome him to Worcester.
Yeah, that's great.
A good voice. And is there a price to enter?
The entry fee is $8, but I want your viewers to know that that money will all go to a local charity.
Okay.
Yeah.
And the exhibitors will be there. When you talk about franchise, I think maybe sometimes there's an inclination just to think about food, but it exists in a lot of different forms. Like, for example, what the
So
different
much
sectors?
so. So if you look at across the spectrum, there are probably 3,000 franchises out there across 60 categories, maybe 70 now. And within each one, you have a variety of names. So food probably makes up 60%. Then you have, let's talk retail only. You have health and beauty. So you have hair, nails, spas. Then you have automotive. You can have children's, printing, fitness, which is an area that I was in as a former franchisee.
Okay.
So there's the plethora. And then you have the service side of the business, which is, think of anything under the trades. Anything for servicing the home and or commercial businesses.
Right. So a real great cross-section. So if people want to learn more, is there anywhere that just show up?
Show up for sure.
All
www.FranExpo USA.
Fran Expo?
And if you pre-register, you get the goggles, and the first 50 people who attend will get this Franchise MBA book, which is one of the top sellers on Amazon for everything you might want to know about owning a franchise. And I'll be at that booth.
Outstanding. Elaine Vakalopoulos, who's a franchise consultant, who's helping bring the Great American Franchise Expo to the DCU Center March 3rd and 4th. $8, but your entry fee gets going to a local charity. And learn about the way that you can start a business through a franchise. So thanks for being with us.
Oh, so happy to be here. Thank you for having me.